Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be looking into the news that the Telegraph has published a poll. The poll states that the public no longer view Harry as royal. They no longer have the predisposition that he is royal. Now, he can be removed from the line of succession. He can have his title stripped. But the public opinion has already jumped to the conclusion that he's no longer royal at all. They don't view him in the same space as Queen Elizabeth II, as Prince Philip, as King Charles III, as the Prince and Princess of Wales. Harry is not like them. He's like, is he an influencer, a grievance grifter? Whatever they view him as, it ain't royal. Now, he's done this to himself. Full on, in my opinion, completely done this to himself. Absolutely. So we're going to look at his reaction to this poll and see if we've got anything forthcoming from it. We'll look at Meg's reaction as well, bearing in mind that their whole brand is that they are disenfranchised royals. You know, they're trying to set up their own Californian court. But the public are just like, nah, you're just a couple of pompous Instagrammers. So Harry's descent to cringe Z-list celebrity. I wouldn't say he was Z-list. He's very famous, so he might be X-list. I don't know. But he's not exactly sought after, is he? He's not invited to the big parties, the Oscars, the Emmys, anything like that. He's not invited to any award shows. He buys his own awards. He doesn't have a official social media presence like his Instagram loving wife, but he is fully aware of what goes on online. Fully aware. He reads all, but that's their work. They do. Their work is monitoring all the press. The work is monitoring what is going on social media. That is what they spend most of their days doing, in my humble opinion. But we shall see. We shall see. That's just my opinion, guys. That's just how I view it. That's the vibe. That's what I've always said. That's what they do. They just sit and seethe in Olive Garden Mansion, or Megsy sits and seethes in Olive Garden Mansion, and Harry sits and seethes in a tent somewhere in the Montego area. So yeah, let us have a look. What's going on? You know, he's stuck with her. They only work together well when they have a common enemy. And you shouldn't befriend somebody through a shared enemy, through a shared person you have agreements with. You shouldn't do that. But the problem is with both of them, their grievances that they have with the people are entirely fabrications from both of their paranoia combined together. And this is what's ruined his self-entitlement, his reputation, and how he's acted on that paranoia has completely destroyed the public's impression that he is anywhere near royal. And with that being said, Princess Diana, even though she lost her HRH and she left the royal family and there was a big cloud, people view Princess Diana as royal. But they don't view Harry as royal. He just thought the Princess Diana card would always apply to him forever and ever, and no one will take that away from him. He's thrown it away himself. So we'll see. We'll see what the cards say. We'll see what the cards have to say. First of all, it's a burden. Okay, so he feels like this is a burdensome thing with the 10 of Wands. We're going to get this whole shebang, I feel, that titles and just having the sheer happenstance of being born royal, he's going to go into it and feeling like he's kind of some kind of like martyr for just the situation he was born in. Lots of people are born into situations that are not ideal. In fact, the vast majority of the planet are born have lucky enough to be born in a situation where they're in a more profitable country and things like that. So with the 10 of Wands, he feels very sorry for himself, that he has had fame, fortune, and 1% status put upon him at his birth. And it wasn't even because he was a talented person. It's because basically he was a prince and now he's like a Nepo kid, you know? The 5 of Cups crossing over, he has some regrets. He does have a few regrets, but he's also feeling there's a betrayal. This is a big ending moment for him. We've got 2 10s here. So there's an ending. There's an ending of a cycle with this news report, this poll. He feels like he's been betrayed. Potentially he's going to dress it up that people don't think he's no longer royal because of the toxic British media, the toxic gossip columns, the toxic press. I find it hilarious that he goes after the British press so much when it's actually South Park and reporters like Meghan Kelly who basically give them the biggest body blows, you know, that way. The guy from the Heritage Foundation bringing in that court case, all of these people are not British, you know? So he is trying to deflect onto the British press when actually America, God bless you guys, is doing a very good job of dismantling them without the British press. But Harry's hyperfixation is on the British press because it links into the mythos that he has with his mother. So the 10 of Swords is a betrayal. He's going to have been betrayed by his countrymen. Yeah, there we go. Judgment is in reverse. He thinks we are all reading him wrong. He thinks we are all, everybody who is a critic of him, everybody who doesn't drink his Kool-Aid, he thinks everybody is incorrect. This could be a turning point, though. Doubtful, but the 2 of Coins, what led up to it, is in reverse. He's entitlement. He expects everybody to weather the stormy seas for him, and he expects people just to give him what he wants. Okay, here's the Queen of Pentacles in reverse coming up. Let me get into that in a minute. Okay. He's about to take another risk. There's a big risk coming. He's going to be very stupid and foolish. That is nothing new for Harry. Nothing new for Harry. There is stress surrounding him, though. They have a problem with this poll. I feel like it's going to be an impactful on their brand, and I'm not surprised to see the 9 of Swords there. He might link into pushing back about some form of mental health, how he's suffered mental health, blah, 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 blah issues. He might link into that for sure. But the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles, is in reverse here. Are they going to try something? Trooping the colour is tomorrow. It is June the 13th. It's June the 14th this year, 2025. So are they going to try something tomorrow? Are they going to do it? Are they going to try and come for Catherine, the Princess of Wales? Are they going to try and put out some positive fluff on that day? But there's an obsession here with a earth sign woman, and that earth sign woman is in reverse. Unless Doris appears from the chicken hutch and makes some grand claims about something or something, which could potentially backfire because it's in a reverse. If it's a physical person, this is an earth sign woman, and it's an earth sign woman that is going to have an interaction with the Markles and ultimately be some kind of negative space. Yeah. My goodness, guys, the dude is, I mean, like, he cannot read the room, you know. He's so like, I'm just like a normal bloke, but he doesn't want to be treated like a normal bloke. The Ace of Wands is in reverse there. He's frustrated. He's really frustrated. In fact, he feels quite, I would say, impotent with the Wands in reverse there at being able to get what he wants across. So he can't get it. He's like, he's frustrated. He's really chomping on the bit when it comes to his public image and how the public perceive him. He wants to lash out at something. He wants to put forward another argument. We have got the Moon there. So we have some levels of deceit. We have some levels of murky underlying energy. People can see, I feel like with the public subconscious, people know there's something not right there. People are more aware and there's something else coming out. It could be something like some links to people he would rather not be linked with. I already know we've got Diddy going on in the background and there's stuff, but there's something else, guys. There's something fresher coming up. That's very interesting. And he's worried. He's frustrated and feels betrayed about all of this. And I'm thinking it's because he is not seen as royal and that's bugging him. Let's have a look at Megsy. Let's have a look at the beige one. So he's not happy. Look at these cards. He's just not happy. He's ready to create a risk. These aren't happy cards. Let's have a look at Megsy. Now, that Harry isn't considered royal. Do you consider yourself getting a divorce, Megsy? 5 of Wands. Okay, there is going to be some fighting online. Watch out for bots. Watch out for people being paid to come out and say, okay, it's always going to be royal. His mother was the Queen of Hearts and all of that kind of stuff, right? Just look out for that. Look out for that. They are wanting to cause a kind of like, you know, a bit of a fight online, you know? They're wanting to cause trouble online. Oh, that just had a phone call. Okay, so they're going to be causing some trouble. You're going to have an increase in bot activity. You're going to have an increase in people coming and protecting Harry, basically, in their minds. So let's have a look and see what's crossing over Megsy about this in question. 2 of Cups. Ooh. Oh, she wants to disassociate herself a bit with the ginger one, I feel. She's been look, I think they've been more or less on the outs since before the cut article, probably after she walked down the steps of St. George's Chapel on that wonderful day in 2018. But I say wonderful and I'm being sarcastic. The 2 of Cups is in reverse there. And that 2 of Cups in reverse is very, you know, very... I wonder if we're going to get some rumors about a split again. Okay, she's working with disruptors, but she hasn't checked all the details. We're going to be getting some fight back about the public opinion. We're going to be getting some possible puff pieces. Obviously, we're going to get them, but there's something else here, and she's forgotten the details. So they are going to try and force a new narrative through, but it's not going to last because there's some details here that Megsy and that lot have not figured out properly. And here we have what's leading up to it. Page of Swords in reverse. Gossip and cutting words. You see, this is the thing. She doesn't come out with the vile stuff. She doesn't come out with the most of it. She will allude to it and she'll do it in a very precious way, you know, like she did on Oprah. She got scabies to do a kind of back channel way of releasing the names, thinking they were doing some kind of like secret operation about the whole Oprah, the claims in Oprah. All of this stuff, all of her poo stirring, all of her bots and all of her shade she tries to throw and record correcting she likes to do and narrative spinning, all of it is her own doing in a way as well. that's damaged Harry's reputation and her own reputation. But she can't see that. They can't see this narcissist. They're blind to the fact that they're their own worst enemy. Let's have a look here. Okay, we're going to be talking about legacy and heritage. Who's this? That's the devil. She's angry. There's the Queen of Swords. This is Megsy's new PR department, I feel. We have the devil here. She is obsessed and controlling. And it's really, this has actually made her kind of want to control everything more. Oh, Harry. Oh, Harry. We all thought you were under control for a lot of this. The handbag holder completely dominated. He is about to be completely, absolutely micromanaged to the nth degree by Megsy. She will blame him for all of this, as well as the British press. She will blame some of it on him. All of it, like what I mean to say is she will say like the British press and evil British people and evil internet people and some of Harry's poor moves have resulted in this, yeah? And she'll blame all of them for everything, like a combination of stuff. She wants to control him and the narrative. She's going to be bringing up legacy. They're going to try and do this. I feel with the Four of Swords there, they may well. Yes, they've tried to do the Spencer thing, link in with the Spencers. That didn't work out too well, has it? They're trying again to link into other things as well. It's not working out. And here we have the Prince of Wands surrounding her energy with that devil. She's frustrated, she's angry, and she doesn't like it because she sees it as a reflection onto her. She sees it as a reflection on Harry and blames Harry, but almost by proxy, it's a reflection onto her with this energy. We have the Six of Cups. Be prepared for puff pieces around childhood, legacy stuff. So this could be that the invisible children recollections may vary how they got here, if they even exist, or Harry and Megsy's childhood. And how the stars just shine for them to be such movers and breakers and da-da-da-da-da. We have got the Queen of Swords in reverse. That Queen of Swords in reverse is coming up a lot. Now, I feel like there's someone from Megsy's past. I also feel like this is also something to do with this whole energy of the new PR person, yeah? This whole energy of the new PR people. Megsy doesn't get on with her signs, but the Queen of Swords can actually represent some kind of destructive, manipulative behaviors, some cold, callous behaviors, mind games, basically. So we're going to be getting that narrative twisting, mind games energy from her. And let me just check in. What does Megsy want to do with her royal court? Just for a bonus question with the sassy card, to see if we can get any sense out of the sassy cards today. Okay, she just wants people to follow her blindly. She just wants people to believe it. Don't question it. There we go. Overly caffeinated. Interesting. We get virus. It's It's very interesting cards. I don't feel like she knows herself what she eventually wants to do. But she'll go with, she's like on a whim. She just wants the people to follow her blindly. This card here, I always associate that with, you know, poor decisions, basically. To poor decisions, well, you're made on some kind of like high, whether it be caffeine or whatever. The virus, I wonder if there is actually a sickness coming in when it comes to the Markles. Like there's something with health coming in. I don't usually read on health, but yeah. I wonder if it might be mentioned in the press. It mightn't actually really manifest on the physical, but there certainly might be puff pieces about it, if you know what I mean. We have got the calming card. So self-soothing. She basically wants people just to buy her, both literally and physically, her rubbish. She wants people to believe her. And she wants people to buy whatever beige tat or go to whatever beige event or whatever she's doing. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if she started doing some type of conferences, to be honest. Like more than just like turning up at them, actually running them, like having an arsewell conference in some hotel, you know? It'd be the most poorly attended thing. I mean, would you go just to have a laugh? I can't imagine people going there to being serious about the whole thing. You want to go and watch rubberneck a car crash in slow motion, I guess. It's just round and round. It's just the same stuff. It's repeat, repeat, repeat. They want to set up their own court. She doesn't know what she wants to do with it, basically, is what these cards are saying. She doesn't really necessarily know. She changes, she flips, she flops. She also, she's got this whole energy where she tries to make something and doesn't, but her scheme and her planning is always the same. She's reactive, and she's got like options where she can twist things. Yeah. So if Harry ever called her out, she can twist it around that Harry is a bad person. Or if her and Harry divorced, you know for a fact she's going to heap it on him and blame him for everything, you know? But as Harry's useful, she won't. But that's just how she is. She will throw you under the bus. It's the minute you don't become useful or don't buy into her latest scheme or scam. And that's just how she operates. It's like, I would say it was like planning. It's planning in that it's just like, it's how she operates, you know? It's just her. She's also very reactionary. So like with the hotel stuff, like with the hospitality stuff, I want to go into hospitality because my scam jam failed. Everyone know it failed. No one bought that scam jam, man. Like six Meghan fans that aren't bots bought it, you know? It's just whatever she's going to do, she's going to try and be sickly sweet with it. With this royal court, she really wants to try and make something out that's not. She's just, oh. She wants it, but she has no concrete plans to it other than it's going to make her a lot of money and she's going to be more loved than Diana and Catherine and Queen Elizabeth combined, and Marilyn Monroe and this one and that one and the other thing, and prettier than Angelina Jolie. This is basically what she wants. She wants that recognition. She's the best person to ever walk the earth. Everything she touches turns into beige. That's what she wants. She wants this whole kind of energy that she is just like the Messiah, but more woke. You know, she wants this whole vibe. And that competitiveness, which is born from insecurity and not really knowing herself, is going to be the destruction of her. Because she doesn't listen. This has been going on how many years now? But her pattern goes back. Her pattern goes back pre-Harry. Trevor Engelson, to name one thing. But she's off the chart. She doesn't know what she wants, man. What she wants is her ego satisfied. And she'll do whatever to get it. And that makes her very dangerous for the people around her, because she'll throw them under the bus as soon as something they do offends her ego or threatens her, what she perceives as her public image. They're crazy. Honestly, they are absolutely mad as a box of frogs. In my humble opinion, the pair of them, they are absolutely off the charts. Hey, Merle. I think that's my cue that I've got to go and dispense some treats to the furry ones. Furry. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I'll be back for a live stream in a few days. Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye, guys. Bye.